You will not be single much longer. Okay, so the Fool and King of Pentacles showed up together, and I feel like this is going to land for a lot of you. This is such a wild combination because these two cards do not usually hang out. Like, the Fool is chaos and leaps and not knowing what happens next. And the King of Pentacles is stability and security and planning 5 years ahead. But when they show up together talking about new love, well, this is telling a very specific story, and honestly, I pulled these and just started laughing because the energy is so clear. You're about to meet someone who is actually stable, not the maybe kind, not the potential kind, the real kind. So before we get into what each of these cards is actually saying, I just want you to take a second, because if you have been single for a while, or if you have been in that loop of meeting people who are not ready or not serious or just kind of wasting your time, this is going to feel different. This whole reading is about something new walking in, but it is also about you being ready in a way you were not before, and I think that second part matters just as much. So yeah, let us get into it. Okay, the Fool. This card is literally numbered 0 in the tarot deck, which means it is the beginning of everything. It is that moment right before you step off the cliff, and I know that sounds dramatic, but the Fool is not about recklessness, it is about trust. It is about being open. There is this whole vibe of innocence with the Fool, but not in a naive way, more like you are willing to start fresh. You are not dragging every single past hurt into the next thing. You are not building walls before anyone even shows up. When the Fool appears in a love reading, it is saying that something completely new is coming, not someone from your past, now next circling back, not someone you have been kind of talking to for months, new, like you have not met this person yet, or you have barely just crossed paths and it has not clicked yet. The Fool is also about spontaneity, so this might not happen the way you think it will. You might not meet them on the app you have been using, or at the event you plan to go to. It could be random. It could be one of those moments where you are just living your life and boom, there they are. And what I love about the Fool here is that it is asking you to stay open to that, to not be so locked into how you think it is supposed to happen that you miss how it actually does happen. The Fool is wearing bright clothes, looking up at the sky, holding a little bag of everything they need. They're about to walk right off a cliff and they do not even care because they trust the journey. That is the energy you are being asked to bring. Openness, curiosity, a willingness to say yes to something even if you cannot see the whole path yet. And I think after everything you have been through, that might feel hard. But the Fool is not asking you to be reckless with your heart. It is asking you to be brave enough to try again. Now, the King of Pentacles. This card could not be more different. Where the Fool is all lightness and air and leap, the King of Pentacles is grounded, like fully rooted. This is someone who has their life together. They are not figuring it out, they have figured it out. They have a job they care about, or a career they are building, or at the very least they know what they are doing with their money and their time. The King of Pentacles is stable, reliable. They show up when they say they will. They do not play games because they do not have time for games. They are past that. This is a person who knows what they want, and when they decide they want you, they are going to make it clear. No breadcrumbing, no mixed signals, no wondering where you stand. The King of Pentacles is also a provider energy, but not in a controlling way. More like they want to build something real with you. They are thinking long term. They're not looking for something casual or just to pass the time. When this card shows up talking about new love, it is almost always pointing to someone older than you, or someone who just feels more mature, someone who has done the work on themselves already. And I think that is what makes this combination so powerful, because the Fool is you stepping into something new with an open heart, and the King of Pentacles is the person who is going to meet you there with actual substance. This is not going to be one of those situations where you are doing all the emotional labor or waiting around for someone to get their act together. The King of Pentacles already has their act together. They are ready, and they are looking for someone who is also ready. Which, if you are watching this, I think you are, or you are getting there. This card also talks about sensuality and physical presence. The King of Pentacles is an earth sign energy, so think Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, grounded, sensual, present. This is someone who is going to make you feel safe. Not boring safe, safe like you can actually relax, you can be yourself, you do not have to perform or guess or wonder. So when you put these two cards together, what you are looking at is this beautiful balance between newness and stability. The Fool is the leap, the King of Pentacles is the net. You're stepping into something that feels fresh and exciting, but it is not going to be chaotic or unstable or unpredictable in a bad way. It is going to feel different because it is actually healthy, and I think for a lot of you, that might be the wildest part, because if you are used to drama or intensity or people who keep you guessing, this is going to feel almost too easy at first. You might even second guess it. Like, wait, where is the catch? But there is no catch. This is just what it feels like when someone is actually ready and you are actually ready at the same time. The Fool and King of Pentacles together are saying that you are about to meet someone who matches your energy in a real way. They are going to be stable enough to make you feel secure, but the connection is going to feel exciting and new and full of possibility. You're not going to be bored. You're not going to feel like you're settling. It is going to feel right, and it is going to happen soon. Like, I am talking weeks, maybe a couple months, not years. The Fool is immediate energy. It is happening now or very, very soon. So if you have been feeling like nothing is moving in your love life, that is about to shift hard. Okay, so practical stuff. What do you actually do with this information? First, stay open. I know I already said that, but I mean it. Do not close yourself off just because you are tired or you have been hurt before. If someone new shows interest, if someone starts a conversation, if you get invited somewhere last minute, say yes. The Fool energy is all about being willing to take the chance. You do not have to know where it is going. You just have to be open to it starting. Second, do not downplay your own readiness. You have done the work. You have healed, you have grown, you have figured out what you actually want. The King of Pentacles is showing up because you are ready for that level of person now. So do not shrink or pretend you are less than you are or settle for less than you deserve just because you are nervous. You are a match for this energy, believe that. And third, pay attention to the people who are already showing up with consistency. The King of Pentacles does not do grand gestures at first. They do small, steady things. They text back, they make plans, they follow through. If someone is doing that and you have been brushing it off because it does not feel dramatic enough, look again. Sometimes the real thing does not announce itself with fireworks. Sometimes it just shows up and stays. And I want you to sit with a few things. Where in your life are you already feeling more open than you were 6 months ago? What would it feel like to meet someone who is actually ready? And how would you know the difference? And what is one small way you can say yes to something new this week? Even if it has nothing to do with dating, because the Fool energy is not just about love. It is about being willing to start fresh in any part of your life. And sometimes that is what calls the love in. You are not going to be single much longer because you are finally ready for something real, and the universe is matching that. You are not the same person you were the last time you tried. You know what you want now. You know what you will not tolerate. And someone is about to walk into your life who sees that and meets it. You do not have to force anything. You do not have to chase or convince or wait around. This is coming to you. Let it. Comment below if you felt this one. I want to know. This is a collective reading. If this resonated, subscribe for more collective readings. Some messages take time to land. Let this one sit with you. Keep what helps and leave the rest. Reminder, I never reach out in DMs and I never ask for money.